It's about 2 o'clock Central Standard Time on Friday. Market's about to close. I've closed my positions. I mainly sold at 105. I did a video this morning. I had actually sold the call for $2 at 106.25 for next week, and then I went ahead and deleted the video because I decided to, when the stock went up to 105.65, and the call was only $2.50, so I could make 15 cents and still get my 105 to put me at 16%. So I went ahead and did that. So I actually sold my IRA at 105.15 effective after I sold the call, or bought the call back. I sold it and bought it back, so I lost 50 cents. But I sold it at 105.65, so 50 cents for the call that I did this morning. Essentially, I sold it at 105, which is what I really wanted to do to begin with. That does put me at 16% for the year to date in my IRA, and not doing quite as well in my other accounts. I really haven't been trading them as much. So I have taken out the $100,000 loan that we took out. I made another $9,000 this year on it, almost $10,000. So I mean, that's great. This originally was $11,500. Was my wife's account, so I've over doubled her account now, and so we're up about 10% for the year. So, but what I'm really looking at is I also have a couple of small accounts. I've got a Webull small cash account that has about, let's see, what it has, 6570 in it, and then two other IRAs that have about 13,000. So we added that up, and so we're at 754 for the year. So I'm out of the market now. I'm out of the market and everything. I do this sometimes just to close for the week. I don't know if it's a wise thing to do, but anyway, that's what I did. And so I'll have to start fresh next week. But with the 16%, I'm pretty happy. If I held it and sold the call, I was projecting that I'd make another 3% next week. But we'll see what we do next week. Maybe we'll get the market to go down and we can buy in a little bit lower. Who knows? I don't know. But what I like to do on my spreadsheet is I like to see what I need to make for the rest of the weeks to get to my $1 million. So if I take this number here and I try to back it into $1 million, then I need 32.6% for the rest of the year. And we got about 11 months to go, so I need about 3% a month. And we got 47 weeks to go. If we do that calculation, we need about 0.7% or 0.69%. And so I've been doing better than that. And what have I done the last 5 weeks is about 3.23%. So it looks like we're on track to make the $1 million with the money that we have here. And that's my goal. My wife does have another $100,000 in her IRA. So if we got to 900,000, we could still say we're at $1 million, I suppose. But anyway, that's what my goal is for the year. That's what this challenge is about, is for me to get to $1 million this year. And so here's the TQQQ, which is what I've been trading because it's a weekly. And I've been mostly selling the calls against it. And then if it gets put to me, selling the puts against it. And if it gets put to me, then I turn around and sell the calls, or I hold the common for a while. And so a little while back, this was down to 90, under 90, and now it's back up to 105. So you can kind of watch the dips here. If you look at this dip here that happened, so that was 90, 95, so 91 right there. And this was on the 29th. So what, 6 days ago, 8 days ago? So a little over a week ago. So now we're up to here. And so this was a good dip. So I don't know if we'll see any other dips like that, in the next little bit. Anyway, so we're looking good. This is how I track my stuff. Don't know if you have goals for yourself that you track for yourself, but I found this helpful. I mean, I was up 140% 2019, and in 2018 I think I was up, I want to say it was up 55%, but I don't remember exactly. I was up 62% last year, so those 2 years together has basically made me, has really done my wealth a good deal. So I went from 135,000, which is not very much money for a 57-year-old in his 401k. I'd moved it to an IRA, and then in 1 year I took 135 and made it 324, and then I made it from 324 to 524. So 135 to 324 to 524, and then we'll see what happens this year. Now this year in my IRA, I'm already up 16%. That's $84,000. I mean, that's just spectacular. So I'm at 609. We're less than $400,000 away. If we got a double, I'd have $1 million in my IRA by itself. But we've got this extra money here that we're going to trade with, and so this is the number we're looking at. So 0.7% for the week. I think I can do that selling the puts. The puts have not been. Me and my buddy were talking about this early. The puts have not been paying that well. I noticed that this stock is going down now. A lot of times on Friday, people don't want to hold. So a lot of times instead of rallying into the close, then it'll go up. So, instead of rallying the close, it'll go down. So you see here it was 106, and now it's down a point. And then, so we might close at 104. You never know. We got an hour to go. So, one under 105 now. So this ended up being a pretty good deal. Maybe we could just buy back in and repeat what we did.